Walter and Jesse continue to make meth and distribute it, as more problems continue to enter their lives. This is my review of Breaking Bad Season 2. So the first season of Breaking 1 really got me into the story and into the characters a little bit, and they set up a little bit of story and like some other sub stories to continue on to Season 2, and Season 2 delivers. It really does, and it is just slightly better than Season 1. The good points. So, like I said in my review for Season 1, the chemistry between Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul is still good, and it is better than Season 1, I think. And they're just a good duo, in my opinion, for acting. And their characters are good as well, so yeah. The directing from the multiple directors that came for the season was good as well, including Bryan Cranston even directed an episode. I think it was the first episode, I don't know. But yeah, Bryan Cranston even directed one, and it was good. The realism of the series is still in there, and I was like, oh my god, thank you. Like, the realism is still there. And I think that has to do with the writing of the series. And speaking of the writing, the writers introduced us to more characters for the series, and you know that these characters will be more important as the series goes on. And the writers also gave us like some surprises in this season, and I'll talk about them in spoilers, but some of the surprises were like, oh my god. And the pacing of the series is good as well, has this good pace. Some people may say that's slow, but in my view, it's really good because it's realistic. It's a realistic pace as to like the events that are happening around these characters, and when something big happens, it goes really fast, and it's like, oh my god, like you're getting tense and everything. I also forgot to mention this in my my review for Season 1, but the soundtrack for Breaking Bad is also good as well. I like the music that they play. They play new stuff. They played old music from like the 80s, 70s, and 90s. But yeah, there's millennium music and music, yeah, just up to now. Are there any bad points for this season? Nope, not this season. So what do I give Breaking Bad Season 2? I give it 4 out of 4 stars. It is better than Season 1, and yeah, just to let you guys know, I'm up to date on Breaking Bad now, so I'm probably going to be having Season 3 and Season 4 reviews coming out soon. And yeah, I'm on Season 5 right now and up to date on that. So can't wait for the new episode on Sunday. Alright, spoilers for Season 2. If you haven't seen Breaking Bad, then what are you doing here? Like especially on a review for Season 2, like, I don't understand why you're still watching, because I'm going to spoilers, which will ruin the series, but if you're still here, okay, but don't be here. So like I said, the writers of the series gave us a few surprises this season that I didn't see coming, and some were like, oh my god, and some were just like, mine were like, no! The first thing that surprised me was that the writers decided to make the cancer in Walt like diminish from the chemo, and I was a little bit surprised by that, because it's like it's gonna like make like more interesting stories for the future, and it's gonna change Walt's character as well, which his character has already changed, but there's gonna be even more change now because of this. I also like the fact that it did this thing at the beginning for 3 different episodes. For Season 2, it was like it was like there's Stahl in the pool, and these people in like hazmat looking suits, like putting stuff in evidence bags, and then in the other one it was the hazmat people going to the front of the house, and it was Walt's house, and you're thinking, and then you saw these like two bodies with like covers over them, and it's like you're thinking like, oh my god, did someone happen to Walter and Jesse? But then it goes to the last episode, I believe, and it's when Jesse's girlfriend Jane dies, and yeah, that's another thing that surprised me because Walt was going into Jesse's flat or apartment, and Jesse and Jane were on the bed and they were high in heroin, and Walt was just sitting on the end of the bed, and then he hears something. He turns around, and he sees Jane like coughing up this liquid stuff, and she was having an overdose, and it was like Walt didn't do anything. Like, I don't know if you can help a person when they're having an overdose or anything. Like, I don't know if you can pump their stomach out somehow. But anyways, yeah, then it turns into this series of events where Jane's father, who works for like air traffic control, is like having this emotional breakdown sort of like while he's working, and that causes these two planes to crash, and it's over Walt's neighborhood. So yeah, the doll lands in the pool, and it's like, oh, that's what it was. And then I realized, like, wait, this is Walt's fault, sort of. Because if Walt could have saved Jane, then none of that would have happened, and it was like, wow. And the other thing that surprised me for a way to end the season was that Skylar finds out that Walt cooks drugs, and I was a little bit surprised that they had Skylar find out this early in the series, but to find out now that there's only going to be 5 seasons, it was like, okay, then, yeah, I guess you should let that character know that early, so that there can be more story coming out in the next few seasons. Yeah, so Breaking Bad Season 2, still recommend it, highly recommend it. It's a good show. It's on Netflix, you should see it. And that's it.